Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a blessed Sunday. And in the news this morning, counseling for relatives of slain 9-year-old girl found in burial. The state-run Child Protection and Family Services Agency says it has activated counseling support for the relatives of 9-year-old Kelsey Farragon, whose body was found stuffed in a barrel at her home in Spanish Town, St. Catherine on Friday. The agency said a first response team was immediately dispatched after the child's 16-year-old brother made the discovery around 8 p.m. at their Joblin residence. The mother and her 3 surviving children, aged 16, 6, and 3, have also been referred to the Ministry of Justice's Victim Services Division for grief counseling beginning Monday, CPFSC said in a statement on Saturday. This family is fractured by grief and trauma. The surviving children, especially, will now have to grow up without their sister and with a haunting memory of what they have lost. We will do everything in our power to support them, said CPFSC CEO Loretta Adams Thomas in a statement on Saturday. Adams Thomas also condemned what she described as the heinous murder of the child, whose partially nude body bore signs of physical abuse. Police strongly suspect she was also sexually assaulted. This deeply disturbing incident is a chilling reminder of some of the horrific dangers that some of our children face every day. It pains my heart to think that a young girl full of potential and promise could be taken from this world in such a cruel and inhumane way, the agency had said, describing the child's death as a desecration of innocence that shakes us to our very core. The CPFSC said it was horrified that the killing happened in the child's home, the place where she had felt most safe. It also noted that the tragedy had unfolded during Child Month, a time when national attention should be focused on safeguarding children. Investigators have named a person of interest, Giovanni Ellis, otherwise called a Cooliman, in connection with the killing. The Ministry of National Security is offering a $2 million reward for information leading to his capture. The agency has again urged Jamaicans not to remain silent when they suspect abuse. Call our 24-hour hotline 211 and make a report. You may just save a life, Adams Thomas pleaded. The opposition People's National Party also condemned the murder, calling it an affront to our collective humanity. This is a devastating and deeply disturbing incident that has shaken our nation at its core, said opposition spokesperson on gender, disabilities, and inclusion, Denise Daly, member of Parliament for St. Catherine Eastern. We have to re-emphasize the village raising the child. Every adult has a role to play, from the neighbor who checks in, to the teacher who listens, to the stranger who speaks up when something feels wrong. Daly called for a shift from grief to action. This cannot be business as usual. Let this be the moment we say never again. Lobby group Hear the Children's Cry warned that atrocities against the children had taken on unimaginable decadence. Director Nigel Cooper said that unless effective action is taken, such crimes will continue to haunt the country. Attorney Priscilla Duhaney, also of the group, said that Jamaican society is becoming too desensitized to child violence. We cannot only empathize from a distance, we need to draw near with action and an undeniable presence, she said. National Security Minister Dr. Harris Chang called the murder an unspeakable act of evil and has directed Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake to use all available resources to locate the suspect. Assistant Commissioner of Police Wayne Josephs said law enforcement is fully mobilized. The police are asking anyone with information to call 119, Crime Stop at 311, or the Spanish Town Police at 876-984-2305. Westmoreland man charged after allegedly pointing gun at woman during dispute. A 27-year-old man from George's Plain in Westmoreland has been charged with assault and a gun offense after he allegedly pulled a weapon on a woman during a dispute in his community last month. The accused has been identified as Lamoy Phillips, otherwise called Sprague. He has been charged with assault at a common law and using a firearm to commit a scheduled offense. According to the Frome police, about 7:45 p.m. on Monday, April 28, Phillips reportedly had a dispute with a woman, during which he pulled a firearm from his waistband and pointed it at her. The woman later filed a report. Phillips turned himself into the police on May 5 and was subsequently charged. Man held after police seize illegal firearm in downtown Kingston. A man was taken into custody Friday night after police seized an illegal firearm along Beckford Street in downtown Kingston. The Kingston Central Police reported that at about 11:50 p.m., a team from the City Center Police was on mobile patrol in the area when they observed a man acting suspiciously. He was accosted, searched, and allegedly found with a Sarsilmas 9mm pistol tucked in his waistband. The weapon was loaded with a magazine containing 9 and 9mm rounds. The man was arrested in connection with the seizure. The police say his identity is being withheld pending further investigations. St. Thomas man charged after car stolen from church compound. A St. Thomas man has been charged with the theft of a motor car from a church compound on Maxfield Avenue in Kingston last month. The accused has been identified as 28-year-old J.K. Pessoa, otherwise called the Versace God of Grove Cedar Valley in St. Thomas, a police statement said Saturday. He has been charged with larceny of a motor vehicle and malicious destruction of property. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that about 10:45 a.m. on April 18, the complainants parked and securely locked their motor vehicle on a church compound before entering for worship. Upon returning, the complainants discovered that one car was missing and another was damaged. An investigation was launched and the Pessoa was later found in possession of the stolen silver 2014 Subaru Impreza G4 in Whitehorse, St. Thomas. The vehicle was seized and the Pessoa was taken into custody. He was formally charged on Friday following a question and answer session conducted in the presence of his attorney. Man killed in two-vehicle crash in Mandeville. A man died as a result of injuries he sustained in a two-vehicle crash on the Winston Jones Highway in Mandeville on Saturday afternoon. His identity has not yet been ascertained by the police. Preliminary reports are that about 3 p.m., the man was among occupants in a Honda Fit motor car traveling uphill towards Mandeville when the vehicle veered into the path of a red Toyota Cross. The vehicles collided and the impact resulted in the Cross being spun out of control. The occupants of both the cars were rushed to hospital where the man who had been traveling in the Honda Fit was pronounced dead. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.